Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute honor to welcome you all to this electrifying debate. Tonight, we witness a battle of perspectives, a clash of ideologies, English learners versus IELTS nexus. On one side, we have English learners who stand by the idea that social media trends have the strongest grip on youth decision making, and on the other, IELTS nexus, who firmly believe that personal values are the true compass guiding young minds. Two teams, two compelling arguments, but which one holds the greater truth? I'm Zaid, your host for the evening, proudly standing with Team English learners and ensuring I don't run the show alone is my brilliant co-host, the ever graceful Aisha, representing IS Nexus. Together, we promise you a debate filled with insights, arguments, and maybe even a few mic drop moments. So, without further ado, let me welcome my wonderful co host, Miss Aisha. Over to you, Aisha.
Thank you so much, Seth. So, good evening, our respected judges and organizer, my OT participants, faculty member, and audience. Welcome to today's debate. It's my pleasure to take part at this intellectual debate program as a co-host. I am Oshi at today's hosting, and I am behalf of Nexus team. So first of all, let me remind some rules and regulation of this debate program. Firstly, only English is allowed. Using any other language is prohibited. Adhere to the time limits assigned to each speaker. Respect the speaker and do not interrupt each other. Maintain a formal and respectful tone throughout the debate. However, representing our affirmative, we have two teams. They all patently advocate for the topic at hand. By contrast, Team IELTS Nexus will articulate a compulsory counter speech against the proposition. Let me introduce with my team member. Team IELTS Nexus attracted with strong weight, including Rehan Avi, Shivam, Aryan Kazimi, and VZPK and Mikasa. Everyone brings insight and skill, the teaser. So let's see which team has the strongest opinion and with their taking topic. So, Zed, please take over your position.
All right, Aisha. All right, thank you, Aisha. So, it's my turn to introduce Team English Learners, a powerhouse of electrifying minds, ready to shake up this debate. Leading the charge, we have Nikhil, Muhammad, Awais, Shinigami, Ayush, and Siddharth, each bringing their unique energy, wit, and unwavering arguments to the table. Trust me, they're not here to hold back. Over to you, Aisha.
Well, in addition, my distinctive opportunity to introduce us our respected judges, AK and Acoustic, those who will preside our overtonight event activities, justification and decreation. Over to you, Zach.
All right, let's kick things off with round one. In this round, each debater gets 2 minutes to introduce their stance, lay the foundation, and give us a glimpse of the firepower they are bringing to this debate. With a total of 20 minutes for this round, every second counts. No interruption, no counter arguments, just solid opening statements. Get ready, everybody.
Well, so, Zed, before we start, let's make a deal. No hurt feeling when my team takes the win, okay?
Oh, absolutely. No hard feeling at all when my team does that instead.
So, without any delay, now I'm going to call my first participant from Nexus IELTS Nexus. Please take over your position, Rehan, and get ready for your introductory.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Uh, Good evening, respected judges and fellow debaters. Frankly, it's quite amusing that we are even having this debate, comparing the lasting influence of personal values to the short-lived trends of social media is like comparing a well-written book to a quick magazine article. Are you really going to put lifelong principles against a bunch of memes and viral videos? Personal values helps us to think really, act responsibly, and stick to what we believe in. That's why a young person might choose to help out in their community rather than just focus on getting more likes and follows. And let's not forget the words of Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." This quote perfectly captures the idea that personal values inspire action. According to the Statista survey, 70% of teenagers feel left out or excluded because they didn't get the number of likes they are aiming for, which leads to stress and low self esteem. Another survey by FTC USA says social media scams had cost 770 million for 95K people. Isn't that an alarming number? In my own life, I have seen how personal values can encourage young people to stand up for what is right. In contrast, a trend might capture attention for a moment, but values shape our lives forever. A young person who values kindness may decide to help others, even when social media promotes a more selfish attitude. So, I have two questions for you, for my fellow opponent. Don't you think that following personal values helps build a more meaningful life than chasing short lived social media trends? And my second question is, shouldn't we consider the long term satisfaction that personal values bring compared to the fleeting nature of social media trend?
All right. Ended at perfect timing. So thank you so much, Mr. Rehan, for the precise introduction. Now let's invite Nikhil Vyas from Team English Learners to set the stage with their opening thoughts. So are you there, Mr. Nikhil?
Yeah, I'm here, but just tell me, am I clearly audible?
Absolutely, you're audible. So all the best. Please start the timing. Go ahead.
Social media is not just an activity, it is an investment of valuable time and resources, people. So, respected judges, my worthy opponents, and dear audience, today I stand to affirm that social media trends wield a greater influence on the decision making of our youth than personal values. In a world where 74% of Indian consumers are influenced by social media in their purchasing decisions, according to Statista 2021-24 report, it is clear that digital trends drive consumer behavior. People's social media isn't just promoting brands, it's shaping or reshaping lifestyles. Politically, during the 2019 Indian general elections or Lok Sabha elections, political parties spent rupees 53 crore on Facebook ads, with the BJP alone contributing rupees 17 crore, according to Facebook Ad Library 2019 report. Such investments highlight how social media is a primary tool to sway young voters. Now, movements like hashtag MeToo, which garnered 1.5 million tweets in India between 2018 and 2019, according to Twitter Analytics 2019 report, and just imagine the Arab Spring, which mobilized entirely through social media only, demonstrate how trends drive societal change, encouraging youth to stand up for justice and equality. In the 2024 US presidential elections, digital ad spending reached a staggering of $1.4 billion. It's a big number, with both major parties utilizing platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter, to engage and influence young voters, according to a report in 2024. This underscores underscores how social media has become a critical arena for political influence. In conclusion, social media trends are not fleeting. They are powerful forces driving political engagement, financial decisions, and social activism. Personal values may set the foundation, but people, it is social media that influences, molds, and shapes the decision of youth.
Well, it was wonderful. So, let me call our second participant. Please unmute your voice and go ahead. Shiva, the stage is
Am
yours.
I audible? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are.
Yes. Good evening. I'm Shivam, and today I'm here to say it loud and clear. Personal values have a bigger impact on uh, youth people's decision than any short-lived social media trends. Trends might look cool, but they often leads to a bad choice, even danger. Let me explain with a famous quote given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam: "Dreams are not what you see in sleep. Dreams are things that do not let you sleep." That means real dreams come from your heart and make you work harder. Social media trends are just distractions, they come and go, but true values help you achieve something bigger in life. Now let come to my fellow opponent argue about investment. Investment times and resources based on social media trends can be wasted if those trends are fed. Personal values guide better decisions, ensuring our efforts support meaningful goals that last. Focusing on values creates a stronger foundation for successful and fulfillment. Now, uh, if social media trends are truly superior, then why do great businessmen and entrepreneurs like Ratan Tata, Gautam Adani, and more have less following than cringe shows like India's Got Latent? Additionally, consider that over 50,000 people have lost their lives following dangerous social media challenges like Fire Challenge in 2014, Blue Whale Challenge in 2016, Tripod Challenge in 2018, Bird Box Challenge in 2019. These harmful trends continue to emerge. In the last, I will include the statement of great psychologist Viktor Frankl argued that meaning, not pleasure, is our primary motivational force. How do monetary dopamine hits from likes and shares fulfill our deeper search for meaning compared to living by consistent personal values? Thank you, Judge, and my dear opponent.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Now, let's hear from Ayush from Team English Learners. Are you here?
Yep, I'm here. I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible. So step up.
Okay, then.
The stage is all yours. Please
Uh,
start the timing.
perfect. So, I'll start my speech in the reverse count of three, two, one, and start. Ladies and gentlemen, and the judges itself, let me just clarify what this debate is about. This debate is about which holds more influence, not about what should be done or what shouldn't be done, and what is important and what is not important. We live in a time where youth no longer inherit financial wisdom from their families. Instead, they download it in 60-second clips from influencers, which may or may not know what they are doing about, what they are talking about. Social media isn't just influencing youth, it's just practically raising them. Regarding the financial choices of the youth, who really is in charge? The social media. Social media has become the primary influencer of this generation. A 2023 Credit Karma survey found out that 75% of Gen Z relies on social media for financial advice, while only 23% turn to their personal values and parents. 57% of the young adults admit to make impulsive purchases because of the social media trends itself. So, what does this mean? This means that social media is 3 times more influential than the parents when it comes to shaping youth's financial decisions or any decision. So, that itself proves that social media holds more influence. And let's just take consumer choices for an example. The Stanley Cup trend, a viral TikTok trend, turned a $5 bottle into a $50 must-have item, leading to the store sellouts. If this does not prove the influence, let me just give you another example. Right, fashion frenzy survey. That's a very big deal. Platforms like Shein and Temu exploit the social media-driven impulse buying frenzy, and they are making young customers spend more and more than ever. Shein and Temu have experienced exponential growth through strategic social media engagement, with Shein valuation reaching approximately 68 billion in 2023 and Temu achieving over 250 million in global app downloads by 2024. In 2020, what was Shein's valuation? It was $15 billion. And Temu, on the other hand, was launched in September 2022. So that proves without a doubt that the shift is clear. The social media isn't just suggesting the financial behavior itself, it is dictating it, and the influence it holds is paramount. With that, thank you.
Thank you so much. So, let me call our third participants from IELTS Nexus. Aryan Kazimi, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. So let's get started. Thank you.
Okay. Let's say hello to judges, participants, and audience. Today, I firmly stand in front of you to talk about the personal value. This is a topic I reflected on deeply, not just as a debater, but as someone who believes in power of principle to shape lives. Indeed, personal value are the visible threads that weave through every decision we make, every relationship we build, and every goal we pursue. They are the quiet voice that guide us when the world around us grows loud. Values like honesty, empathy, resilience, and integrity aren't just ideals, they are the foundation of who we are. I've seen how these values can empower users to stand firm in the face of challenges, make truthful choice, and stay true to themselves, even when the world tries to pull them in a different direction. Growing up, I witnessed how values shape lives in profound ways. A young person who values education will prioritize learning even when distraction abounds. Someone who values kindness will choose compassion over judgment, even when it's easier to do otherwise. Definitely, these choices aren't driven by fleeting trends or external pressure. They are rooted in someone deeper, something enduring. While the world around us is constantly changing, personal value remain a constant. They have guided generation before us, and they will continue to guide generation after us. They are what help us navigate the complexity of life, build meaningful relationship, and create a better future. So while external influences may come and go,
Right.
it's our
Your time is up.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Aryan. I'm just loving the energy so far. So next in line, we have got Muhammad Awais. Are you here, Muhammad Awais?
I'm here.
All right. So are you ready?
I am.
All the very best. Please start the timer.
Thank you. I would start from the quote of Eric Quellman. The power of social media is it forces necessary change. Respected judges, my worthy opponents, and dear audience. Today, I stand to affirm that social media trends wield a greater influence on the decision making of our youth than personal values. We are not born with rigid values. Our thoughts, ethics, and morals evolve with time, and what shapes them? Exposure, conversation, and access to diverse perspectives. Social media has revolutionized this process by breaking the barriers of geography, class, and social conditioning. It has given individuals the power to question outdated norms, redefine ethics, and develop personal values based on reason, not just inherited beliefs. Before social media, our personal values were often dictated by limited exposure, family traditions, local customs, and controlled narratives. But today, we have access to global perspectives, allowing us to shape our morals through choice, not compulsion. A person in India today can engage in discussions on human rights, mental health, or financial independence with someone across the globe, leading to a more informed, well-rounded, ethical compass. So, social media is not eroding values, it is democratizing thought. It has challenged outdated traditions, empowered marginalized voices, and made ethics a personal choice, not a forced inheritance. And that, my friends, is not a threat, it is progress. So, those who are against social media trends, I welcome them to join the stage and enjoy the ride.
Thank you so much for your remarkable speaking. So let me call our fourth participant from IELTS Nexus, Wizkid PK. Are you here?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are quite audible. So are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's get started.
Thank, thank you, fellow judges and everyone. Good evening. And our fellow opponents are trying to deceive us from their main point, but the thing is, value are what we anchor ourselves to. They define who we are. Personal values guide our sense of discrimination between good and bad and encourage us to lead simple, meaningful lives. However, the influence of social media can undermine self-control, self-support, and self-confidence. As a result, we are losing our personal values due to this impact. According to Royal Society for Public Health 2021, 70% of young people feel pressured to portray perfection online, sacrificing honesty for likes. Reports from Morning Consult 2022 says 62% of Gen Z distrust influencers transparency as influencer preaching sustainability while performing fast fashion. Most people may not resonate with influencer real values, yet they continue to watch influencer because they are drawn to the curved image and lifestyle they offer portray a false reality. However, values are the core of who a person is as a human being. Ben Brown warns that authenticity is choose to show up and be real, yet social media rewards the opposite. Additionally, the rise of social media has led to increase in online scam and fraud. Social media caused 1.2 billion in fraud losses in 2022, according to FTC. So, prolonged use of social media can result addiction and reduce attention spans. Like it's down to 12 to 8, according to Microsoft. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. This just keeps getting better. So, Mr. Siddharth, it's your turn to take the spotlight. Are you present, Mr. Siddharth? Siddharth, are you
Hello,
here?
hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yes, yes.
So, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
All right. So, please start the timing. Go ahead.
All right. Hello, judges. Starting my speech in three, two, one, start. Your values, they whisper, but the algorithm shouts. Let's play a quick game. Raise your hand if you ever check your phone first thing in the morning. Keep it up if you've ever felt bad after scrolling through Instagram. Now keep it up if you've ever bought something just because an influencer said so. Look around. If your hand is still up, congratulations, you're still human. We believe our values guide us, but the numbers don't agree. 75% of teenagers say that they learn about social issues from social media, making it their primary source of awareness. That's more than schools, parents, or even traditional news combined. Our personal values are shaped over years by family, education, and experience, but social media can change them in seconds. In 2012, only 48% of Americans reported same-sex marriage, but by 2021, that number jumped to 72%. What changed? Social media became space for conversations, representation, and advocacy. Give me a hashtag, I will give you a social movement. This is from Social Equal Deck, a study. Climate change awareness skyrocketed thanks to viral campaigns, making Gen Z the most environmentally conscious generation ever. Platforms like TikTok can make or break careers overnight. Now, this social media can dictate what we buy, what we wear, and even whom we support politically. Can we really say our personal values hold more power? Let's face it, personal values are slow moving, often passive, but social media, it's fast, it's loud, it's persuasive. It doesn't just reflect what we believe, it reprograms it. To those who are arguing that personal values hold more influence, I ask, when was the last time you made a major decision in your life that wasn't shaped, at least in part, by social media? Notice that we're not debating about the pros and cons of social media. We're debating about if social media has an effect in the decision making or if it has more of an effect than personal decisions or not. And the answer is yes. Thank you.
Wow, it was deeply touching and energetic. So we have our fifth speaker, Mikasa. Are you there, Mikasa?
Yes, I am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are quite audible.
Okay.
So let's start. Thank you.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. This is Mikasa. Today, I speak before you to emphasize why personal values matter more than social media trends. Social media trends change every day. One day, a dance challenge is viral. The next day, a random phrase becomes a global sensation. But do these trends shape us in the right way? No, they distract us from what truly defines us, our personal values. Our values are built over years through experience, family teachings, and personal reflection. They guide us in making the right decision. But social media trends often pressure people to follow the crowd without thinking. Studies show that over 70% of young people form opinion based on online discussions rather than personal reflection. This means their beliefs are influenced not what is right, but what is popular. And social media trends can sometimes create awareness, but most of them are short lived. People post about serious issues but take no real action. It's like that uh, we are uh, we are taking jokes as serious issues, and serious issues are taken as jokes. Trends come and go, but values like honesty, integrity, and kindness stay with us for life. And about that success, social media success is a short time success. It's not permanent. We cannot truly dependent on that kind of success. We have, and about that social media trends, there is one individual who created that trend, and for that he needs his own personal values to create that trend. So indirectly or directly, social media trends are dependent on personal values. Instead of blindly following trends, we should focus on what truly matters, our beliefs, our principles, and our real life actions. Because in the end, it's not about what's trending, it's about who we are. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Mikasa. And last, but definitely not least, give it up for Shinigami. Let's hear what you've got. Are you here, Shinigami?
Yes, I'm here. Is my voice audible?
Absolutely quite audible. So, all the best. Please start the timing.
Hi, this is Shinigami from Team English Learners. Social media has transformed cultural landscapes through youth-driven actions. Platforms are used not just for entertainment, but also to drive social change, build narratives, and redefine cultural norms. New social identity has come up. Exposure to K-pop and Japanese anime has resulted in bloated Comic-Con markets in India. For example, as per Polaris market research, Indian anime market stands at $1.5 billion and is expected to rise to $5 billion by 2032. Change in method of celebrations and dining of the youth is also seen through social media. leading to a rising cafe culture in metropolis cities. This is evident as per the Starbucks sale of 1,000 crores in the fiscal year 23, with 71 additional stores opening up. Cultural imperialism is something cited by Herbert Marcuse, an eminent political scientist. As per him, the cultural imperialism of the Western countries is seen in Southeast Asian countries. Western standards are exported through social media, altering and often subjugating the domestic culture. The domination of Western beauty standards of looking fair culminates in the phenomenal sale of goods like Fair and Lovely. Not only that, social media also causes depreciation of vernacular languages in the youth. Hinglish has come up, which causes deterioration of the ancient script of Hindi and Sanskrit. Social media has also had some positive effects on the youth, though. It redraws caste and religious boundaries by acting as a cohesive agent. Youth from different ages interact, culminating in tolerance and bridges towards the dream of Ek Bharat, Shresht Bharat. Social media, through the youth, is actually a phenomenal changes in the lives of youth. Thank you.
Wow, what a start. Round one was a total hit. Thanks to your enthusiasm and confidence on stage, debaters, you all just set the stage on fire with those opening statements. The confidence, the energy, the punchy intros. Ah, this debate is already hitting another level. Now, before we dive into the next round, let's give our judges a moment to carefully select the pairs for the upcoming battle. Aisha, meanwhile, as our judges decide the pairs who will go head to head, let's have a little chat. What do you say?
Sure. So, be honest, esteem makes us still feeling confident, right? Or did my team just steer the boat a little so much? Not pressure,
Oh,
just
Aisha.
thinking.
I appreciate your confidence and your enthusiasm, but let's see what happens.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, so what will you
Mm-hmm.
say? Like,
Okay, so let me ask you something. Is your team ready, or should we give them a quick pep talk first?
yeah, sure. And I'm thinking about we should pick some question for our audience entertainment.
Absolutely, that's great. We shall pick some question to entertain our audience because we cannot wait while being silent, right?
Exactly.
So, are you gonna ask a question?
I think you should try first.
Please go ahead. Okay, I have got an interesting question. So, my dear audience, you have to type, okay? So tell me, what's the most used emoji worldwide? Any clue? Type any emoji you think. It can be used everywhere. Okay, interesting. Okay,
Maybe our audience is finding something.
look at the chat section, Aisha. They're already typing
Exactly.
so many emojis.
Oh my god.
Okay, so guys, our right answer is this only. Laughing emoji.
Wow. So interesting. They got the point.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me ask a question. So, what are two things you can never eat for breakfast? Let me repeat again. What are two things you can never eat for breakfast? What is the thing?
Oh my God. Okay, so see, people are so fast than we imagined, Aisha.
Exactly. They are so first. Their thinking is so first. Like AI.
I think we are being easy on them. Let me ask
Exactly.
a bit tricky question.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, how do you make the number one disappear? Let me type it for you and let me repeat as well. How do you make the number one disappear? Come on, use your brain. You are going in the right direction, Mac. Okay, we got our right answer by Shinigami. Guys, just add T before one. It becomes gone.
Yeah, we are being so easy, right?
Of
Let me
course.
ask, let me ask a tricky question for them. Okay. So the question is, where is an ocean with no water? Let me repeat it again. Where is an ocean with no water? The answer was so interesting.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Somebody typed it. Miss Aisha?
Ah, yes, three of them.
All right. So, Aisha, if you allow me, I would like to ask a question.
Sure you can.
Let me go easy on them, okay?
Hmm.
Enough of the tricky questions. So, guys, what word is spelled incorrectly in every single dictionary?
Okay.
No, guys,
Let
no
me
vocabulary.
let me write it down.
I did it. No worries.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
They
yes,
are working on right path, right? Rather than our thinking.
absolutely. So true.
Yeah.
All
So,
right, Aisha, we have our pairs. Please go and introduce them.
yeah, sure. Welcome to the round 2 of our mega debate competitions. In this round, there will be 5 pairs, including the first pair, Aryan Kazemi versus Shinigami. The second pair is that Rehan Abin versus Ayush. The third pair, Shivam versus Nikhil. And the fourth one, Visit PK versus Siddharth. And last but not the least, the fifth one is Mikasa versus Avets. And there will be rigorous 6 minutes 10 second deadline for each pair structural question and answer section. A participant will ask a question for 20 seconds, and other participant must respond and counter question within 70 seconds. I hope these are clean competitors. The cycle will be repeated until the slot is finished in 6 minutes 10 seconds each pair. This process will continue until all pairs are finished. We will call each pair opponent. It's not allowed to overlap and dominate when he or she is speaking, especially in the 70 seconds of time frame. Thank you. Sad, take your position.
All right. It's time for our first face-off. Let's welcome Shinigami from Team English Learners and Aryan Kazimi from Team IELTS Nexus as they go head-to-head. Get ready for a clash of arguments. Let's hear what they have got. So, both of you, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Am I audible?
I'm ready as well.
All right, all the very
Okay.
best.
Am I
Please
audible?
start the timer. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So I should start with questions or arguments?
You can start with the question first.
Okay. I will ask you the question. And then, how can trends, which often discourage questioning and promote blind following?
Aryan, let them. Okay. Can you start the
Yes.
timer again, please?
Okay.
Please start the timer again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, go, Aryan.
Am I audible for you?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. If social media trends encourage conformity, how can they possibly foster genuine individuality and self-expression?
See, again, the debate is not about if social media has the potential to inspire genuine belief in someone. That is not the question. But the fact that you're asking me this question is that social media has the potential of such a great influence that it might devoid someone of having a genuine look over something. So, in a sense, even your question kind of corresponds to what our side is trying to profess, that social media has a very, very strong influence on the minds and the actions of the youth, to the point wherein, in some cases, it can also devoid the youth of the genuineness of their actions. Now, my question to you is something very, very simple. In the
My
in the
friend,
21st century,
you got the question wrong. You got the question wrong, because we are talking about the social media trend, not social media itself. Okay?
even when you're
But go
saying
ask your
trends,
question.
what are trends? Trends are something which is trending on social media. That means someone or a majority of people are thinking about it, and they're thinking about it even when they're not on social media, so that they're posting it online. So what it
Okay.
actually refers to
Okay.
is that these people are being influenced by the ideas floated through social media, which culminates into a trending subject on it. Now, please listen to my question. My question is something very, very simple, much
Okay.
simpler than your question. My question is that in the 21st century, when
Okay.
we see that everyone is increasing their screen time, and your influx with the social media thought is increasing, how can the personal values even challenge the social media values which the people are gaining?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Actually, that's a good question, and some part of your answer is your question. I mean, many scientists. Am I audible?
Aryan,
You're audible.
Yes. Okay. So I was talking. Someone intervened. So I thought maybe others can understand. I'm talking right now. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
screen time
Continue with the
alone
question.
teach you how to think critically or behave ethically online. Personal value like honesty, empathy, and responsibility are what guide them to use social media in positive ways. Okay, without these values, increased screen time only amplifies the risk of cyberbullying, misinformation, and harmful trends. As your friend, one of my opponent mentioned, talk about the Arab Spring. The important thing to create the Arab Spring was the personal value behind. Social media is a tool, okay? But value bring the people gathering together was the freedom. They were looking for freedom. They were not looking for use the social media, okay? Social media is a tool. Maybe accept this is sometimes get hard, especially because you're talking about in favor of it. So I'm going to
Okay,
ask
Aryan,
my
please
next
ask your question quickly.
question.
Ask your question quickly.
Okay, okay. If social media trends thrive on peer pressure, how can possibly empower youth to stand up for what they believe in rather than just following the crowd?
Again, the same thing. The fact that you're asking this question corresponds to the fact that people are so influenced by social media that they have lost all individuality. Now, why our topic of the
Lost all.
debate, let me complete, Aryan. Our topic of the debate is not if social media is having a positive influence or a negative influence. Our topic is something very simple. Our topic is it having an influence on the mind of the youth? Then the answer is yes. And your question assumes a negative influence. So a negative influence is still an influence. Now my question to you is something very simple. You talked about
Oh
Arab
my.
Spring. Listen to me carefully. Your question was about Arab Spring. Arab Spring is cited by this political scientist Jessica Ludwig as something called sharp power in international relations, in which countries what they do is through the media
Mhm,
and through the social media of democratic countries, they float ideas which causes rebellion
mhm.
in the domestic states through the minds of the youth. So what do you think about that? Does isn't Arab Spring a culmination
Okay,
of sharp power, which
okay,
is in itself a culmination of
okay,
propaganda to social media?
okay, okay. Arab Spring as an example of social media influence. You're talking about this, but let's not confuse, my friend. The tool with driving force to create such this massive social active is social media was merely the platform. It was a deeply held personal value of justice, freedom, and equality that motivated people to act, not personal value itself. Without this value, the Arab Spring would never have happened. Social media trends may amplify voices, but they cannot create a moral courage. Indeed, to stand up what the rights, what the wrong. I mean, if your statement is right, so there are numerous social media trends that
Okay.
never leads to any
Okay.
social moves, any activity at all. Okay.
Your time is up. Your time is up. And before we continue this, I want to remind you guys, as we have already talked about the rules, when a person is answering, you're not supposed to interrupt. You are supposed to ask a question first, the other person will answer, and you cannot interrupt them in between. You don't have to make noises or voices like yes, or something like that. Let the other person answer, and when they are finished, you can ask, they will ask you a question, and then you are supposed to answer the question that they have asked you. And once you are done, mute yourself. And yes, if you break your rules, it will not work in your favor, but against your favor. So, yes, Aisha, you can take over.
Thank you, Zed. So, thank you so much. For our second pair, we have Rehan, Avir versus Ayush. So, please step forward to get ready for the engagement, and 20-second question, and 70-second for answering question. So are you ready, contenders?
Yeah, am I audible clearly?
Yeah, you are audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, fine.
So best of luck, guys.
Okay,
Let's
okay,
start.
okay. Give me a second. Yeah, so starting my question itself in the reverse count. Okay, I was giving a reverse count. Can you reset the timer? Perfect. So starting my question in the reverse count of 3, 2, 1, and start. So it's 15 seconds past. Just start at 3, 2, 1, like
Please
1.
start. Please start.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Can you
So,
start right away, please?
considering over that 75% of 15 million posts on the platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook portray substance use positively, how do personal values counteract the normalization and the potential encouragement of such behaviors among youth?
Okay. Yeah. The question seems to answer itself when you think about it. Anyways, let's answer it. While TikTok can be platform for creativity and connection, it can also harbor negativity. Personal values plays a crucial role in guiding individuals to engage positively and constructively, rather than succumbing to negative influences. Personal values encourage individuals to focus on uplifting and constructive content, promoting positivity rather than spreading negativity, which is TikTok is doing. A survey by Digital Wellbeing Initiative found that 75% of participants believe personal values help them maintain a positive attitude on platforms like TikTok despite negative content. Consider someone who values kindness. They engage with TikTok by sharing supportive and positive messages, counteracting negativity with encouragement. In conclusion, I want to ask you some question. How do personal values help individuals maintain a positive presence on platforms like TikTok even when faced with negativity? My second question is, can the temporary impact of negative content ever outweigh the long-term benefits of adhering the values of positivity and empathy? And my last question is, why do people often rely on personal values to guide their online interactions rather than being swayed by negative trends? Okay, done.
Yeah, okay. So answering your first question, that is itself in a like that is itself holds the answer itself. That you asked about me, you asked me about the personal values, how they make people not support the negative content itself. But while in the time itself, we have saw that the exposure to the negative content. There is a study by the University College London has found that consuming negative content actually exacerbates the feeling of unhappiness, and it is a cycle which individuals now continue to seek out more and more negative material while feeling low. And because of that particular thing, we can form that particular opinion that because of the social media displaying the particular negative content, it has held more and more influence in the period of time. And now it is being proven through the rates of depression rising and rising, how the social media itself holds more influence even in the negative aspect, as you said yourself, right? So the personal values here are undermined itself, and the influence of the social media is taking over. And now you say that now you ask the second question, that the temporary impact of social media trends can over of this particular personal values, right? So there is a study by the University of Columbia that over 75% of the people in today's world have believed in something against their personal values due to particular social media trends. So that study then itself proves that there are multiple people who can actually do that. Now coming to the question comes up to be that considering the 57% of Gen Zs are actually actually on the social media, and yet 88.6% have actually attempted to reduce their usage, but they have not been able to do so, and it is so addictive itself. So how exactly something so addictive cannot have influence in their life itself?
Okay, well, that's a no-brainer from me, and where I stand, let's break down to it. Yeah, so addiction to platforms like TikTok can be growing concern, but personal values serve as a compass, guiding individuals toward balance and mindful usage rather than compulsive engagement. Values such as self-awareness and discipline help individuals recognize and manage their screen time, fostering healthier relationship with technology. A survey by Tech Balance Institute found that 80% of respondents believe that personal values help them maintain a healthy relationship with social media platforms, avoiding addictive patterns. Studies show that individuals who align their digital engagement with personal values are less likely to experience negative effects associated with excessive use. So, my first question for you: how do personal values assist individuals in maintaining a balanced relationship with digital platforms, reducing the risk of addiction? And my second question is: can the temporary allure of endless content ever truly satisfy the deeper needs for connection and fulfillment that person values provide? And my last question is: why do individuals often turn to their personal values to guide their digital habits rather than falling into addictive patterns? Done.
See, if the personal values were actually so much guideful, then the depression rate itself would not be rising in this particular situation. So to actually claim that the personal values have actually an effect over this particular addictive social media itself says that the personal values do not actually hold that much particular of a stronger influence over the people itself, and the addiction of the social media and the influence that the social media holds itself is paramount to any personal values that we can actually compare it to. And then your question comes that the media influence is being undermined by the personal values in the addiction recovery. But let me just tell you that in social media, the social media's impact on mental health has been rigorous. The researchers have indicated that excessive use of social media is associated with higher rates of depression, and it is proven beyond the fact that the depression rates have been the highest in the last 10 years. So that proves itself that the prevalence of the social media addiction is now approximated to be at
Just a
least tens
moment.
of. Yeah.
Our timer is not working. Can you just check it? Please. Timer is not working right now. Okay, please continue.
Okay, yeah. And coming to the personal values itself, social media has become the predominant influence over the personal value itself, because the social media platforms have become an integral part in shaping the personal values, especially in the younger demographics, because this pervasive nature of these platforms allows them to introduce and normalize new behaviors and new beliefs. Like, statistics have shown that as of 2025, over 5.85 billion people worldwide use social media, with over half of the globe's population active on these particular platforms. And these statistics itself say that these particular people's personal values are now being influenced by the social media itself. So saying that the personal values hold any candle to the social media's influence is absolute
Your time is over,
absurdity.
I guess,
Yeah.
Ayush.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my question, question. So my question comes up that if the Gen Z has changed their views because of this personal values, then why exactly negative content is actually on the rise in past 5 years?
Okay. Guys, your time is up. All right.
There's 40 seconds left, right?
Okay. Yeah,
No,
I'm
no, no. You guys
confused.
took the time, right? You guys took some time. It wasn't working, so your time is up. Kindly mute yourself.
Sure.
All right. Thank you so much for abiding by the rules. Unlike the first pair, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was some next level debating. Amazing and absolute fire. All right, let's say if Nikhil from Team English Learners and Shivam from IELTS Nexus can keep up the intensity. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. So can I ask the first question?
Well, how about the other person?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes.
So,
Yes, yes,
yes,
yes.
all the best. Please start the timing. Go ahead.
Okay, so my dear Shivai, a very normal question. According to 2023 survey, that 60% of Indian youth get news from social media only. So first of all, the data itself shows that more than half of the Indian population, according to youth data, they are actively participating in the social media platforms just to get the news done. Now the question is this: if fake news circulated in the country, how do your personal values help them recognize fake news when 60% of youth are only involved on social media?
Okay, my dear opponent. News on social media can be unreliable and biased, leading to misinformation. It's often influence people opinion based on emotion rather than facts. Personal values like critical thinking and seeking truth are essential to navigate new effective and make informed decision without falling into false narrative. And my question will be for you is the uh, 2024 digital well-being index shows that 64% of users report feeling anxious when unable to check social media. Isn't this evidence that trends foster addiction rather than authenticity value alignment?
Mhm. If that is the concern, then you tell me one thing. According to a report by Statista in 2024, with 74% of Indian consumers, they were influenced by social media only, and they were buying products very happily. Look at the iPhone trends itself. I mean, many influencers are coming outside and they are having mirror selfies on their different social media handles. What they are promoting exactly? I have one more data for you. Tell me one thing, 70% of Indian millennials, they follow financial influencers for investment advice, according to a report by Cantor 2024. If their personal values are so strong, and I'm not getting exactly what is the topic here, because you people are only debating on personal values and difference of personal values with social media. But what is the decision making ability? That is not even a question I've received from you guys, not even from any of the participants. But we are debating on decision making ability. And decision making ability is something which is only influenced by social media, because more than half of the population is active on social media. So how your personal values are going to drive the decision making ability? Even the data shows itself. According to a movement that is hashtag Me Too movement, it had 1.5 million tweets in India between 2018 and 2019. According to a Twitter analytics report, I want to ask you one question. If your personal values alone can create such a big impact, then how the hashtag Skill India mission would show a 50% rise in enrollments due to social media, not by your personal values?
How can you compare a rich ideology, heritage, and unquestioned universal truth to a so-called trend who are just looking for likes, following, and
Um, your voice is not audible.
hello, hello, hello,
Please stop the timer. Uh,
hello,
can you stop the timer till he join? Yeah, thank you.
hello.
Yeah, now you're audible. Continue.
Okay, sorry for my network issue.
It,
Okay, well, how can you compare a rich ideology, philosophy, and heritage with a universal truth to a so-called trends who are just looking for likes, following, and buying some expensive things? So let's look at to another data. According to 2023 data from American Psychological Association, 69% of adults use social media more. There's a statistic that 1 point does following self-harm rather than self-reflection. And if we talk about iPhone, 90% iPhones are purchasing on EMI, then it will become a burden to the economy also. So what's your point?
oh my God. I'm not getting your voice, but okay. Whatever I've got, I will just try to answer that. But I haven't got anything about your question. I also have one report in my hand, that is Nelson report by 2023. When you are targeting 45% of the significant contribution from youth, then 80% of youth are influenced by targeted ads on platforms like Instagram, YouTube, with trends in fashion, technology, lifestyle being the most impactful. What does it mean? It means people who are present on social media, they are actively getting impacted. There is an impactful decision made by them. And see, we aren't talking about the decision being negative or positive. There are some good decisions too. Like, for example, if you want to become an IS officer and suddenly you have seen some advertisement from a big university or any big website like Physics Wala or Study IQ IAS, you may go for that coaching. But that is not the question. The question is how many people are actively participating in decisive. Now, let me come to the exact thing. According to 2019 UK general election, the survey conducted by EU government, 50% of voters under 25 were influenced by viral content on Twitter and Instagram. there are more data which I'm having right now. For example, in 2024 general election only, 70% of first-time voters, they cited that WhatsApp and Instagram trends has influenced them and their voting choices. So if a government can be formed by some voting trends, especially on social media, then how your personal values are impacting the government formation? I'm not getting it exactly. Anyway, I wasn't getting your question too. And the time is running. So you can just conclude the statement from your side.
Okay, fake likes on social media creates a false sense of popularity and can lead insecurity. They distorted really okay times and nows. Can I speak or just mute myself?
Yeah, please answer.
Okay, they distorted reality and make people feel pressure to seek approvals. Personal values remind us to seek genuine connection with self-worth. And now, coming to my question is, if I go to the ancient philosophy.
Stop.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
proceed to the next one.
It was heartbreaking. So let's introduce our fourth pair. So we have fourth pair. For fourth pair, we have Widget Keeper, Widget PK, and versus Siddharth. So are you guys here?
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are properly
Am I
audible.
audible?
Yeah, you are also audible. So let's get started. Best of luck, guys.
Okay, starting my question in 3, 2, 1, start. To burst the bubble that the opposition built its case on, if social media doesn't influence decisions, why do brands spend over $200 billion on social media advertising from a source, a Statista?
Okay, you you ask a question that actually advertisement are mostly made to make fool people. Okay, in social media, like your previous person said about iPhones are clicking selfies in front of the iPhone companies, but we all know that advertisement about titanium, and we know that how much titanium they actually used in their product. So sometimes they lie about it very particularly, but we fooled about it, and it's cause of trends. Okay, so if I go to if I come to your question that come to your question, social media often promote overspending on their own on things we don't really need. Influencer push expensive brands, making people feel pressured to buy them just to fit in. For example, fast fashion trends make people buy new clothes constantly, but the same brands lose popularity in months. Okay, and meanwhile, people with strong values focus on smart spending and the long-term benefit. Warner Buffett, one of the richest people, still lives in simple life because he values financial wisdom over trends. And if I have a question for you, like if a social media trend convince you to spend money on unnecessary things, you are making a choice or just following the crowd. I have another familiar question to you, that would you rather spend money on things that are real value to your life, or waste it just follow a temporary trend?
To answer your first question, am I making a choice or am I just following the crowd? In both the scenarios, notice that I'm taking a decision. So what's common? I'm taking a decision, which basically means that from social media, I'm taking a decision. So that's basically clearing out. It's not a question at all. It's just support through my own case. Second of all, you're misunderstanding the motion completely. It is not social media versus personal beliefs. Instead, it is which one has more influence. And so far as that is true, the sheer amount of investment companies spend $200 billion on social media marketing should give you a statistical proof that indeed social media is very, very powerful in terms of making sure influencing and manipulating people's decision making power. With that being said, my question to you is, if personal values are the biggest influence, then why do 70% of young people say that influencers affect their political opinions? And why is Donald Trump banned from Twitter because of this political campaigns? Please answer.
Okay, my fellow opponent are talking about an influencer who usually brought by money to they share whatever they want for money or whatever, like how they manipulate our that the way actually, they are using their trend and influencer to manipulate your business, manipulate your career, or manipulate other thing about this. So like but many influence, as I say, as your answer, many influencer actually promote, yeah, I already told that, unrealistic lifestyle, unhealthy beauty standards, over harmful challenges just to gain attention. For example, some fitness influencer edit their photos, make people feel insecure their about their bodies. On the other hand, the leaders like uh, Martin Koder Jr. and Malala Yousafzai influence the world through strong values, not trends. Real influence, last point, it's based on honesty and purpose, just not just social media type. And you talking about something like big companies are investing in those companies, bro. Business and values are different thing. Okay, people sell their values for business, so you cannot compare those the big companies putting money on the on this just cause of it is business, it is not about values. Okay, so and I have a question according to your I have a one question, like if companies success depend on the social media trends, what happen when the trend dies? Okay, and I have another similar question, like would you invest in a company just because it's trendy online, or would you check its real long-term potential? Okay, they usually don't. So another, I would like to add another question that you last about the influencer promotes something harmful just because it is trending. Should people still follow them? I hope you can
Yeah.
answer that.
My answer to the first question, you say our companies dip. If the trend dies, what happened? Very simple. They create a new trend. That's how company functions. That's how marketing functions. That's exactly what I mean, right? New trends go on coming and go on coming, and these trends actively influence people, be it negative or positive. Fitness influencers can just show their body, which is fake. I totally agree. But are they still promoting a brand? And when people look at the brand, are they ready to make a decision to buy it? Is the decision to buy things purely dependent on the way they look, or even if it's fake, even if it's real? That's not the argument here. The argument really is about whether it's
So
happening or not. Stop. I'll start. The second question, you tell me, should I look at the company's long-term potential? Long-term potential is purely on the basis of how good they market themselves on what? On social media. That is your second answer. And to sum this
Guys,
all up, your entire case. Okay, yeah,
time is up. Time is up. Time is up.
thank you.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Wonderful. Now that is what I call a debate. No stumbles, no mercy, just straight up fire arguments. Well, thank you, both of you. All right, now that we have caught our breath, let's keep this debate rolling. And for our final face off in this round, we have got Mikasa and Muhammad Awais. No pressure, just a whole audience waiting to be blown away. Let's hear it. Are you guys here? Mikasa and Awais.
Yes, I'm here.
I'm
And how
here.
Who's
about
gonna ask
Muhammad?
first?
All right,
Ask the
so,
first question.
okay. So, all the best, guys. Please start the timer.
Mikasa, you
Who
have
will?
gone first.
Okay. So, if social media trends truly shape people in a meaningful way, then why do most viral trends spread within days while personal values last a lifetime? Doesn't this prove that trends are temporary distraction while personal values are the real foundation of one's character?
If social media turns people into mindless followers, then how do we explain the Indian farmers' protest 2020 to 2021, where over 250 million tweets amplified the voices of real people demanding real change? This pressure led to the repeal of three major farm laws. Or consider the Fridays for Future movement in India, inspired by Greta Thunberg, which mobilized thousands of students to push for environmental reforms. Were these blind trends? No, they were informed decisions empowered by digital activism. So, social media is not making people passive, it is making them more engaged, more aware, and more capable of questioning the status quo. The question by my side is, if personal values are so strong, why do people today support ideas they once opposed? Why has public opinion shifted dramatically on mental health and some racial rights and feminism?
They just follow the trends. They are not. They just got influenced by the trends, not it's not like they are not uh, believing their personal value. They just got influenced, or they just follow the trends. But if we look after that, that trends might get fades. It's just a short term process. Now you said that many of the people tweets, and uh, it came to an action. But does people really wants to do that, or they were just attracted by those things? People are not aware about what's going on that tweet, but still they are tweeting. And it's like they are spreading the misinformation. If we go to the rural areas, or the areas where there is not that kind of technology, or they are not about aware that they are not aware about those things, they are just like, oh, what we can do in these things. They just do mouth to mouth conversation, and it helps to revolve or change the society. Not only social media trends, but personal values. On and also on the personal Also on the social media trends, we post our personal values, not the thing uh, that are trending. So I earlier said that there is one individual who formed that trend, and it was that individual's belief, that individual's personal choice. So I'm again saying that social trends are directly and indirectly dependent on personal values.
There's a lot that's needed to be clarified. Let's start with the toxic stuff that's based on social media that reinforce biasness.
Your
Let's
voice
start
is
with
breaking.
echo chamber. Let me rejoin if it's breaking. I hope so. It's audible now. Am I audible?
No, you're not. You're not audible properly. Please stop the timer as he's not here. Let's wait for a couple of minutes.
My
Kindly stop
apologies.
the.
My sincere apologies for the interruption. I'm gonna continue it now, from where Mikasa ended. Again, there's a lot that's needed to be clarified. I'm gonna name those things as some toxic echo chambers that they call about social media. But if echo chambers are a problem of social media, then why did closed societies, political parties, and religious institutions enforce one-sided narratives long before the internet? The real issue is human nature, not social media. In fact, a Pew Research study 2020 found that 67% of social media users engage with opposing views at least once a month. Can we say the same about traditional institutions that historically censored critical thinking? So, social media does not create bias, it actually offers a wider range of perspectives than ever before. The choice to stay in an echo chamber is an individual's failure, not the platform's. And if we talk about fake news, misinformation, before social media, did misinformation not exist, or was it just controlled by a few newspapers and TV channels that people blindly trusted? So at least today we have real-time fact-checking. Platforms like PIB Fact Check and Judges Community Notes have helped reduce the spread of fake news by 40%. MIT Study 2023. Can traditional media claim the same level of accountability?
So more people using doesn't mean it's good. Many people smoking for trend. So will you call it good? And about the misinformation, because of social media, misinformation rate is increasing due to the COVID pandemic period. Many of the youth got influenced due to this, and they are not about they are not aware about what's going on in the world. They are just following bad trends. And don't you think our parents, why they stop us from using social media that much? Because it leads to misbehavior, and the personal values we have that got influenced due to that that social media. Before social media, people were truly aware about what they are actually. In the a decade ago, there were not social media, so people's like
Okay,
APJ.
Mikasa, your time is stopped. So yeah,
Okay.
we gave already 1 minute for speaking, so that one participant weren't not there. So thank you everyone for your wonderful speeches. So I would like to express gratitude for the opportunity to conclude round 2. Both team has exceptional insights that we have appeared. And I have deeply appreciated the opportunity to listen from all participants. Thank you so much again. And Zach, you are welcome here and you can speak.
Welcome to round 3, the captain's final showdown. We have reached the final chapter of our debate. The captains of both teams will now take the stage one last time, each getting 2 minutes and 30 seconds to deliver their closing statements. This is their moment to sum it all up, drive their points home, and leave a lasting impression. Let's hear their final words, who will steal the debate with the most compelling conclusion. So, Miss Aisha, kindly call your captain.
Sure, Zed. So now I'm going to call our captain from IELTS Nexus. Rehan, please come and the stage is yours.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're perfectly audible.
Okay. So, uh, good evening, respected judges and
Just a
fellow
moment.
debaters. Uh, uh,
Rehan, just
yes.
a moment.
Mhm.
Please set the timer 2 minutes and 30 seconds. All right. So your time starts now.
Okay. So as I finish this debate, let's take a moment to think about the important differences between personal values and social media trends when it comes to the choices of our youth make. It's quite amusing to consider that some people still believe social media trends are more powerful than personal values. So social media often acts like a bright light that catches our attention, but it frequently leads us away from that truly matters. We have seen in studies that a significant number of teens, 72% in fact, feel stressed because they don't get enough likes or followers online. These statistics highlight how social media can create anxiety and pressure. uh, Maya Angelou once said, if you don't like something, change it. If you can change it, change your attitude. This quote perfectly illustrates how personal values encourage our youth to take control of their lives. Instead of allowing social media to dictate their road, they can rely on their values to guide them through challenges. C.S. Lewis also remind us, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. This highlights the importance of personal growth and staying true to one's values at any age. Furthermore, Albert Einstein also said, strive not to be success but rather to be value. This quote emphasizes that personal values hold greater importance than simply chasing fame or popularity. Okay, so as we wrap up this debate, let's remember that while social media trends might seem exciting, they cannot compare to the lasting influence of personal values. And previously in round two, some of my fellow opponent left some question. So yeah, I'm gonna answer it. So about the uh, digital activity, like being digitally active can weaken real life bonds, ignoring values like presence, patience, and deep connections for instant gratification and online validation. And moving to the next answer about the enemy, like trends fade but strong storytelling and cultural authenticity ensure enemies lasting impact. And moving to the next answer about the Gen Z income by social media. Okay, hard work and financial responsibility help Gen Z navigate debt and job competition, ensuring smarter career, education, and spending choices for stability. And Nikhil mentioned about the decision making. Okay, fine. A survey conducted by the Decision Making Institute found that 85% of respondents who actively incorporate personal values into the decision making process report higher satisfaction and
Okay,
confidence in their choices.
your time is
And
up.
okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you to you, Mr. Rehan. It was truly incredible. Thank you a lot. And now, the moment we have been waiting for. From Team English Learners, let's welcome our captain, Mr. Nikhil Vyas, to deliver the final word and seal our stance in this debate. Please set the stage on fire, Nikhil. The stage is all yours. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I will just count down 3, 2, 1, then I will start. Okay. Fine.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, let's go. People, social media is not just an activity. It is an investment of valuable time and resources, said by whom? Sean Gardner. Respected judges, my worthy opponents, and my dear audience, as we have explored today a lot of things about social media trends, that they are undeniably exert a greater influence on the decision making of our youth than personal values. From consumer behavior to political choices and financial decisions, social media is not merely a platform. It's a transformative force shaping lifestyles, ideologies, and identities. With 74% of Indian consumers influenced by social media in their purchasing decisions and political parties investing crores in digital campaigns, it is evident that social media wields unmatched power in shaping public opinion and driving youth engagement. Movements like hashtag #MeToo and the Arab Spring underscore its role as a catalyst for societal change, empowering young voices in the pursuit of justice and equality. As Eric Quellman aptly said, the power of social media is it forces necessary change. This change is visible in how youth approach financial decisions, with 75% of Gen Z turning to social media over their parents for financial advice, a report by Credit Karma in 2023. Viral trends like the Stanley Cup and fast fashion frenzies show how social media dictates consumer behavior, often outpacing traditional familial guidance. But beyond finances and politics, social media is democratizing thought. It allows youth to transcend geographical and cultural boundaries, challenging outdated traditions and cultivating ethics through choice rather than compulsion. It is not eroding values, it is evolving them. In the end, personal values may lay the groundwork, but it is social media that influences, molds, and shapes the final decisions of our youth. It is not just a trend, it is the new parent of this generation, guiding them through a world of endless information and limitless possibilities. We don't have a choice on whether we do social media. The question is how well we do it. Said by Eric Quellman. Thank you so much for listening to me. And this debate is also happening on English learners. That means somewhere we are influenced and impacted by social media. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikhil Bias. It was so energetic speech. So it's the time for ending up our round three. It was so wonderful. Well done. All of our intellectual speakers, everyone has powerful and well expressed speeches. This is the end of our third round, and we have to give some time to our judges so that they would evaluate it and make the answer. So let's wait for this. So now I would love to call Dad. Go over there.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Aisha. Well, yes, it was an incredible experience and an incredible debate. And meanwhile, we wait for our judges to declare the result. Let's hear from the amazing organizer from IELTS Nexus. She has been a huge part of making this debate happen. So, Miss Jannat, are you here?
Yes, I am here. Am I audible?
Yes, you are absolutely audible. Kindly share your experience through this journey.
Okay, thank you so much. So, good evening, everyone. I'm Jannat from Ask Nexus. First, a big thank you to our two wonderful, lovely hosts for giving me this chance to share a few words. This debate has been an absolute pleasure to witness, and I feel truly honored to be a part of such an enriching experience. To both teams, your performances were nothing short of phenomenal. The confidence, depth of arguments, and sheer passion you brought to this debate were truly inspiring. It wasn't just a battle of perspectives, it was a collaboration of intellect, critical thinking, and growth. I honestly don't know where to begin because once I start, it's hard to stop expressing my gratitude towards EL, but I will try to keep it brief. So, firstly, I would like to take a moment to express my deepest appreciation to my dear friend Leo, whose friendship and dedication have truly touched my heart and inspired me every step of the way. When he first proposed this debate, it felt less like a competition and more like an invitation to strengthen the bond between our two communities. And that's exactly what it turns out to be. To me, this was never about victory or defeat. It was about bridging connections, exchanging ideas, and learning from one another. I also want to acknowledge EA's generosity and leadership. Despite us Nexus being a newer platform, EL welcomed us wholeheartedly, treating us as equal. Their hospitality and willingness to share this space reflect the values they exemplify, and I truly admire their commitment to fostering growth. I'm deeply grateful to Leo for always being so supportive. Despite running similar groups, he has never treated us as competitors, but as partners working towards the same vision. The collaboration is proof that when like minded individuals come together, incredible things happen. On behalf of Team Nexus, I assure you that we will continue dedicating ourselves to making our platform even more engaging, enriching, and valuable for all members. And lastly, if at any point during the debate any words from Team Nexus may have unintentionally hurt or offended anyone, please accept my sincere apologies on their behalf. It was never our intention, and I truly appreciate your understanding. Once again, a heartfelt thank you to everyone who made this event possible. No matter the outcome, I believe we have already owned something far greater, a stronger bond, invaluable conversations, and the chance to learn from each other. Thank you so much.
Well,
Thank you so much.
yes, Aisha, go on.
Thank you. So, thank you so much, our admirable organizer, Mrs. Jannat. So, now I would love to call our organizer, and who is from English Learners, Leo Patrick. So, are you here? And please give some speeches of your own, by your own.
Actually, I'm just cleaning my pot. You can ask to Sagun.
Okay, so first of all, thank you, Mrs. Jannat. I mean, the kind of kindness you're bestowing upon us, it was incredible. You have been so kind with us alongside this journey, so I really appreciate that. And I'm really glad to have been a part of this. Both teams performed incredibly well, not just to win, but to inspire. And most importantly, to showcase the power of language. And you know what makes this debate even more special? That these are not mere two teams, but they are communities built on the same mission, helping people master English and boost their confidence. Whether it's IELTS, Nexus, or English learners, both groups stand for growth, support, and lifting others up. So, no matter who takes the win, it will definitely be a win for learning. And that's what matters the most. And one more thing here. Big shout out to organizers for making this happen and to IELTS Nexus for stepping into our space, bringing the heat, and making this an unforgettable battle of words. So, yes, let's wait for our judges to decide the winner. So, Miss Aisha, how are you
Yes.
feeling so far?
Oh, I'm feeling today so good, so remarkable, and it was my remarkable experience for first time that I am hosting here, and yeah, so it will be so memorable day for my life, and yes, I'm feeling so good, so honored, and so proud.
Well, that's incredible to know that. It was wonderful having you as a co host. Truly, I'm truly telling you that.
Exactly, and without your assessment, maybe I wouldn't speak up here. Thank you so much for your valuable assessment to me.
It was an incredible experience working alongside you. Now, I would like to call out any participant from both of the teams. If you guys want to say something, the kind of experience you had, how are you feeling? If you guys are excited, you can step ahead and mute yourself and can share your emotions with us. You guys don't want to speak up?
Yes.
Okay,
Can I speak?
absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That was a very good debate, I think, and our opponents were very good. But despite some net issues from our side, so at the conclusion, there are so much question that was unanswered. That's why. But overall, uh, we don't care about any win or loss because this EL platform, it is like our friend, and we appreciate everything from here. And even if we lose, but we are happy to participate, and we are honored to be a part of this debate competition. So yeah, that's from our side. Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rehan. It was incredible having you all as well, from our side as well. It was an incredible experience when two different groups have been debating. So, any other participant? Do you guys want to say something? Come on, we have so many members. Shinigami, Aryan, Rehan,
Hello guys,
Ayush.
am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, I'm going to say thank you for judges, and also I forgot to thank the hosts, Aisha and Zaid, and also captains, Miss Janet, Leo Patricks, and all of the audience. Also, this is that was a hell of experience for us, and I believe that's my second or third debate in my whole life that I've ever had. So this is the debate. While I'm talking, my hands was shaking. So that's a new experience for me. I like the vibes and also the opponents from the other group, and I enjoy the whole time.
That's
That's
great.
my yeah.
Yeah. So, considering the fact that you have debated but just a couple of times, so I must say it was incredible. All right. So, who else wanna say something?
I can I say something?
Absolutely. The stage is all yours.
Okay, perfect. So basically, yeah, this debate was actually very enlightening, and this debate was actually very interesting, to be honest. And we all learned a lot of things. Like this topic was given to us, and then we were discussing in the VC, we were discussing in the chats, and there were multiple arguments. There were multiple ways to approach this particular topic. But what we thought was the most important word is how exactly this influence part is coming up in the decision making process. Like many people, many of us were actually confused. Like, should we actually go defend the social media? Should we actually go defend the influence? But later on, we came to the conclusion that yeah, the influence part is the most important perspective of the debate. And like when the opposition came, I personally felt like they they somewhat didn't grapple with the whole topic itself. Like the most important part is like which holds more influence. It doesn't matter if it's bad, if it's good, if it's worse. To be honest, like I maybe there are people dying because of this particular influencer, but it doesn't matter in this particular purview of the debate itself. Like in this particular purview, what actually mattered was like
Ayush, yeah, I get it. Maybe you didn't get chance in the debate. That's why you are showing your points now. So I think this is a appreciation speech. So debate is over. Yeah, you can say anything else now.
see to be fair, like if the debate was upon the topic that that would be very great. But if we go far from that, then yeah, the debate was really, really good. The opponents, I really appreciate the opponents. The point that they have and the point that they brought upon, that were really, really good. And the questions that they asked were, like, let's say they were a bit deterred from the topic itself. But yeah, they were really great questions. And maybe a better debate can actually happen on that particular topic. That yeah, what's actually better, the personal values or the social media itself? Like what would
Okay,
actually help?
okay, okay, okay. Anyways, I
Yeah.
use anyways that part of judge, that part is not of participants or any team leader. I mean, we are not here to decide which team did well. That part is the judge part. So I request to especially EL participants, don't come up with such a statement. Who knows? Maybe you were wrong. They were right.
Perhaps.
All right.
Hello,
So,
guys.
So
Mr. Leo. So Leo, now I think you can talk. So please tell me your journey and how are you feeling after this debate?
okay, well, by the way, thank you, Aisha. That time you invited me, but I was just doing some other stuff. So first of all, thank you so much to English Nexus to coming here and see. We as an English learner, we always try to find any group who can debate with us, whom we can debate with them. But yes, we always looking for any particular group who are having a standards. A standards is here maintaining the decorum of group, why that group made for it, knowing the reason why this group made for it. As English Nexus, that group I observe a lot. That group is really knowing why this group made for it. So when some group is following the rules, following the decorum, respecting the members, respecting the culture, respecting the ethics, they are knowing what we are doing. So for us, number never decide which group is having higher member, so we can debate with them, so we can get higher members in our group. My agenda is never like this. If someone is having great attitude of learning towards the community, I can even ready for if some group is having only 200 members. That's what we understand before having debate with any group. So English Nexus really carrying such attitude what English learners are also having, following the rules, banning the people. If someone is commenting on, someone is disrespecting. So yes, thank you so much, English Nexus, coming here. And first of all, Jannat, thank you for ready for the debate. Usually whenever we go to some other group to have a debate with us, they always deny, maybe because of the name, maybe because of they think we are thinking as a very political perspective on Telegram. But my agenda is never like this. My agenda is let's have debate with any community. Yes, my community will also get to know their group name. Their community also get to know my group name. But yes, we never ever think to defame anyone. We never ever think what is going to happen after the debate, who is going to win. Doesn't matter, we are going to win, yet they are going to win. For me and for I am only organizer. If English Nexus is going to win, for me, from my side, I am very happy. If EL is going to win, I am very happy. That's how even I learn from my life, making the connection with people that is going to make big impact in your career. Rather, you are talking about real life, rather you are talking about virtual life. When you are in college, all are studying. They are too much into studying, but they forget about make the connection between professor, between senior, that is going to make impact in your life after your graduation, after your post graduation. So that is the best part of connection. So I always wanted to make connection with people, but yes, there are some ethics principle in my life to make connection with people. They have to be very genuine mindset, very into knowing the reason of staying on Telegram for learning. If they made the group for learning, if they are having fun group, then it's totally fine. But what I feel, if somebody wrote the name of English learner, wrote the name English speaking group, whatever, so they have to understand why this name is there. If they are understanding the name is English, so they have to be a stick with name. Otherwise, you are the first disrespecting your group as an admin, as an honor. So if any group on the Telegram, they are really respecting their name of the group, be always ready to debate with them. So thank you, English Nexus, coming here and having debate with us. And I really appreciate to your group the way you guys are running. And I hope in future you guys can help to lot of IELTS aspirants. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, both the organizers are amazing. They are providing us this platform. They are accumulating members and bringing them on the table to debate and present us this incredible debate. So, shout out to both of you, Leo and Mrs. Jannat. Yes, thank you, everyone. And now, if any listener want to speak up or even participants, you guys can speak up, unmute yourself, and go ahead, share your thoughts.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. I'm a participant from Nexus, and now I would not like to consider or recognize you as a participant. I would like to tell everyone as a friend whom I debate. I would like to call everyone as a friend now. So I hope we from next on we don't think ourselves as a opponent or something. And I am very glad about today's debate that we learned something today. That's the big deal, I think. And I'm very glad that we made some new friends like everyone here. And I'm very glad that you guys put a lot to arrange this kind of debate. We as a in Nexus we also do debate, so we know how hard it is to arrange the debate, and you guys did a great job. And thank you every organizer and everyone who was there to make this happen. And I really respect your way of learning process to debate. Debate is a great way of learning, and thank you again. Like I don't know how you failing the thanks from my side, but yeah, I'm definitely I'm definitely
By the way, I'm
Scott.
so sorry
Amazed.
IELTS Nexus. I said wrong name English Nexus, but yes, I mentioned their IELTS part. So yes, in my mind,
It's okay. It's
IELTS
okay.
was going, but I maybe said English. So I'm so sorry from my side. It was IELTS Nexus.
Okay.
Can I speak?
Yes, please continue.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was muted, so I didn't know that may I speak or not. Okay. So we heard least from our friends with the social media trends part. So are you guys are not liking to like share your opinions about us or something, or you are not interested much? So
No,
I hope.
no, it's not like that actually. Okay, am I audible to you and to all the
Yes,
people?
brother. Yes, brother.
Okay. So
Wow.
it's not about the interactiveness or the engagement part, but since I guess I was just listening to you, and because of your smiling voice, I was feeling very relaxed. So I thought to not interrupt in between. But anyway, since you're asking this question that we are interested or not, but the answer is we are interested, and we will be looking forward to having more debates with you, especially some good people like you. And who was that in front of me? Yeah, Shivai. I mean, his network also glitched in between, but it's okay. These things happen because it's a digital platform. But it was amazing debating with you, Shivai. Uh, Looking
Thank you.
forward to having more debates with you.
Thank you, brother.
And if I talk about the entire overall the holistic experience we had, I think it was a great experience because I had taken part in many debates in the earlier times too. And there were some people in front of me, they always used to use some sluggish words and just try to increase my temperament for that moment. But when it comes to IELTS Nexus, thanks to Miss Jannat, you literally had some good people in your group, and you have presented them here in front of us. So it was an amazing experience, a wonderful, charismatic experience, I would say. And the debate was phenomenal, professional, and enthusiastic.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you
And
so much.
special
Yeah,
thank you to.
It was
Yeah, go
wonderful
ahead.
collaboration. So go ahead. No, I was saying it was wonderful collaboration. So I'll nexus between English learner. What about your thought?
We'll see how excited we are. I mean, we are speaking at the same time. We cannot hold our
Exactly.
excitement. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Wizkid. Special thank to you. I mean, the kind of kindness. I mean, you were truly magnanimous with your words. The way you said, now you're not saying this entire debate panel as your opponent or something, but you're looking at us as your friend. So that was amazing. So, Aisha, I think our judges has considered who is gonna be the winner?
Uh, Actually, I'm not thinking about it because it was the first time that. So right now, my thinking is gonna be what? It's so suspicious.
Okay, all right. Just a couple of seconds, and we are gonna announce who is gonna be the winner.
Exactly. We have few moments left.
By the way, any
Okay,
real admins want to say something about IELTS Nexus, they can speak as they are here. They came here as a guest. EL admins, they're allowed to speak something.
okay. So, hold your breath, guys. We have the answer sheet. So, in round first, Nexus team gets 358.5 marks and team EL gets 379 marks. Let me repeat. Round first, Nexus team gets 358.5 marks and team EL gets 379 marks. In round 2, EL gets 242 marks and Nexus get 230 marks. And in round 3, Nexus gets 41 and EL gets 44. And if we add all these 3 rounds, the marks from all these 3 rounds, EL gets 661 and Nexus gets 612.5 marks. So, the winner is crystal clear. It's crystal clear who is gonna win this debate. It's none other than English learners. So, congratulations, Team English learners. A big congratulations to our winning team. You came, you spoke, and you conquered. And thank you so much, Acoustic and AK, to declare this result, to assess all the arguments and declare the winning team. What an incredible display of skills, confidence, and sharp arguments. Every single one of you brought your A game, and it is truly remarkable. Hats off you. So, our other team, Nexus, IS Nexus. Yes, today may not have been your win, but let's get one thing straight. Stepping up, speaking your mind, and debating in front of 50 plus people takes real courage. You had the confidence, the content, and the fire. Winning or losing, that's just part of the game, but the experience and learning, this is something that truly matters. So, yes, congratulations to our winning team and all the best, everyone. So, Aisha, would you like to say something?
Yes, so congratulations IELTS Nexus, and especially congratulations to English learners. I believe that participation one of the key factor of learning new things. So today's debate wasn't a battle. It was a first experience. It was a good thought. Everyone we had. So yes, congratulations again, both of team. You did very well. Thank you so much.
All right. Does anybody have to say something?
Yes. Guys, would you love to say something? Would you love to pick something? What's your thought on final declaration? Please, you can continue.
Okay, our audience is kind of shy, I guess. Okay.
Maybe they are good listener rather than speaker.
Yes,
Okay,
I
I
want to
want to say
say.
something.
Yes, you can.
Please.
Okay. IELTS and Access were saying something. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was going to congratulate English learners. Yeah, they were truly remarkable. Yeah, that's all. And thanks for giving us the opportunity to debate and to mention one thing that actually like most of the members from our team, it was their first and second debate. That's why they are not experienced. And yeah, but they did well. I'm proud of my team members, and I am also very honored to get a chance to debate here. Yeah, thank you so much, Leo Bhai, and everyone. Yeah.
I just want to say a few words. So, congratulations, English learners, for winning the debate. And IELTS Nexus, thank you for giving us an opportunity to conduct a debate with you guys. And it's been a long time since we've had a intergroup debate, and it was really a nice experience. I was there for the whole debate, and everything was very well organized. So, thank you for that. And Jannat, yeah, I haven't heard from you for a long time, and really you did a very good job. And you said I heard the participants saying that it was the first time. Okay, but I really didn't feel that it was the first time. Your group really has some very good speakers. So I think for our next debates, I'm going to pull all your participants from there if I'm organizing something. Okay, so thank you all, and thank you, Nexus, for being here with us and giving us this beautiful opportunity. And once again, congratulations, winners. And also, Nexus, you did a really good job, and you guys are really good speakers and very well versed also. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So, all of you have a very good night.
Thank you, Butterfly. Thanks a lot for appreciating us. But I think you have some misunderstanding. I'm not that Jannat.
Oh, you're another. Okay. Sorry. I thought it was another Jannat. Oh, okay. You're somebody else.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm somebody else.
Okay.
But it's okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, thank you for being here and yeah, organizing with us. Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, what I wanted to say that see, it was a intergroup debate. Just before that, mm, we had maybe 3 or 4 intergroup debate. One was English speaking practice. Another was wisdom, maybe. So I always have tendency to tell my participant, anyhow you have to win this debate. I don't know how, but you have to win this debate for us. But in this debate, I didn't even mention any time I wanted to be. Hello? I wanted to be in this debate anyhow. Even in my real life, if I stand anywhere, I try to get right position, first, second, third. Yeah. Or if any competition is having between two classes in my colleges, yeah, in my schools, I always stand for to win the stuff. But maybe this was the first time I didn't even think single time in my mind I am here for winning something. It's happened like if two community in the same way respecting each other, so that jealousy didn't come across the mind, even across the community as well. So that respect I have towards you guys, and I'm saying very truly, I am on Telegram for real. I always ready to give competition to any group for the winning only, not for the losing. But this was the first time I didn't even think single second I'm here to win something, because you guys are like as we are.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to wrap up this debate. Thank you to all the participants, and special thank you to the audience for engaging in the chat, rooting for your favorites, and also for sharing your opinions. I mean, everything matters a lot. And lastly, I want to thank you, my co host Aisha, for standing alongside me in hosting this debate. Thank you so much, everyone. If I forget anyone, forgive me, but thank you to you as well. With that, we basically close this incredible debate. Keep speaking, keep learning, and who knows, maybe we'll meet again for another round. Until then, take care.
Jade, can you check your DM?
Okay, so one announcement to mention. Tomorrow at 8 p.m., there will be an award ceremony. So I would request all of you, all the participants, and the audience to be present tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we will try to applaud our winners and our participants in some ways. So please be present over there. And let's see tomorrow at 8 p.m. Keep learning, keep growing, and bye bye. Take care.